Good day and welcome to the channel. In this short video, we're going to explain how to save this Lenovo ThinkPad from 2012. This is a T440S and it is not eligible to run Windows 11. So how are we going to get it to run Windows 11? Well, it's not very hard. The first thing we're going to do is do a partial disassembly and explain how to change the spinning drive to an SSD if you don't already have one. This one already has one, so it's going to be super easy, and maybe yours does too. In which case, then all you need to do is install Windows 11 with a couple of little tricks that are easy to do. This is the first in a pile of old laptops that we're trying to save for a charity we work with that donates them to needy families. What's actually wrong with it? Well, it doesn't have the most modern TPM, the Trusted Platform Module. It's a 1.2, and Windows 11 needs a 2.0 or newer, like Microsoft Pluton. Anyway, it doesn't have it. The other thing is the chip is too old. This is a 4th generation, at least I think it's 4th generation, Intel CPU. Too old, not supported. Doesn't mean it doesn't work, just means it's not supported. And that gets to a good point. Up until about a year ago, Microsoft had said that anybody that's employing these hacks to get around the Windows 11 installation will probably have issues in the future because they reserve the right to intentionally block these machines from running in the future. They have now changed that. They have said, look, this is not supported, but if you choose to get around the hardware requirements with the simple hacks we're going to show you, they will not intentionally block them in the future. So what does that mean to you? Well, if you're running, say, Windows 10 on here or something even older, maybe even Windows 8, you haven't had patches for security in years. And that's a real problem. So even if this machine did get blocked a year from now because something really needed to get used in that hardware that this machine doesn't have, and Microsoft said, okay, we're not going to patch that anymore, well, you're way more current than you were before. And I can tell you from experience, we've done lots of these, a pile of videos we've done on these. Windows 11 runs great on these old machines. All right, let's show you how to do a quick disassembly, possibly swap out the hard drive, which again, this one we don't have to do, but yours you might, so we'll show you. And that gets to another good point. You can do this. You don't need to be a tech to do it. First thing to do, if you haven't already done it, is unplug it. Second thing is pop the battery out. So to the left and right, and then slide the battery out. There it is. Now note, this particular unit has 2 batteries, so we've only taken one out. There's another one built into here. Next step, you can use a regular Phillips screwdriver. We have the specialized tools, but you don't need them. Now you'll need some sort of pry tool, like a guitar pick or an old credit card. And you start at the back here, pry this open. There it is. And you just work your way around. So you just pop as much as you can, slide and pop. So you can see I've just jammed something in the back to hold this open, and I'm just going to continue my way around. Sometimes you think you've loosened up a screw, and it hasn't come out the whole way, so just take note. Sometimes you got to go back. Magnesium base, really nice. There's the second battery, so if the second battery is failing, it's pretty easy. Just lift this little piece of plastic here because it's kind of in the way. Follow your finger along till you get to the end here. Pop this little clip out. And then it's, I believe, 3 screws. 1, 2, 3. However, this battery is nice and flat. It's in great condition. There's your memory slot. This one I know only has 4 gig of RAM, but that's enough. CPU, heat pipe going out to the fan. While you've got this open, blow it out. If you don't have compressed air, use your mouth to blow it out. Make sure that's as clean as you can get it. Your Wi-Fi is under here. This one even has a slot for a cellular connection. That's your BIOS battery. Often a good idea to change out. You can buy these on Amazon if you need them. So if you boot up and it constantly says things like it lost its time, that's what you need to change. But let's get to the most important part, which is the disk. Now, this one I know is an SSD. But let's assume it was a spinning disk, so you really should change this. You really need to change this to an SSD. And what you're looking for, if you're looking on Amazon or eBay or something, is a 2.5-inch SATA SSD. That's the phrase to look for. Anyway, pop the screw out here. Magnetic tip on this one isn't strong enough, so I'll use this one. There it is. Pop that out. Lift, and then slide it out. There you go. And I can tell you that this is an SSD, solid state drive. If yours isn't, best to change it. Pro tip, once you've got these screws all in, go back and just give them a little torque again because sometimes they loosen up. Pop the second battery back in. All right, so let's get Windows 11 onto a USB stick. Now, to make this faster, we've already plugged the USB stick into the back of our computer. Remember, it has to be 10 gig or larger now. An 8 gig stick won't cover it anymore. How do you do this? Really easy. Go to your browser, type in the word Rufus, R-U-F-U-S, do a search. It'll be the first thing that comes up usually. Yeah, you can see here, rufus.ie. Click on that, and then select download. And there are many versions. We like to use the portable version. Portable versions are simply ones that don't create any registry entries. They don't put files all over your computer either. All right, then just click open file. And here, if the device field is blank, that means you have not plugged a USB stick in. So plug a USB stick in. Next, you'll see boot selection. And you'll see that there's select and a little down arrow beside it. Now, if you don't see that, what you have to do is go to your configuration and set the updates to anything other than disable. If you set it to disable, download's not available. It's weird. Click the little drop down, select download, then click the word download. You want Windows 11? Why, sure do. You want the most current build? Sure do. Windows 11 Home, Pro, and Education? Yep, that works. What language? Well, I'll just get English US, but whatever works for you. Now click continue, and in a few minutes it will be downloaded. We already have it downloaded, so to make this faster, we're going to go to select, go to our Windows 11 ISO. In most cases, you want to leave the partition and target as UEFI and GPT. If your machine's older than, say, 2012, maybe 2011, you might have changed the master boot record, but that's unlikely. And also note when you are booting your computer up, the hardware, that you probably need to go into the BIOS and change it from BIOS to UEFI mode. We'll cover that in any of the videos that we demonstrate this with. So just click Start, and you'll see that we have already selected a bunch of things because it remembers our last usage. But in your case, these are probably unchecked. We recommend you turn all of these on. In particular, remove requirement for 4 gig of RAM, secure boot, and TPM. That's all your hardware stuff. That's the really big one if you're dealing with old computers, because they won't meet the hardware requirements. We don't like to have a Microsoft account, and why get asked for a username there when we can just build it right into the installation, and so on and so forth. You can read these if you wish. Click OK, and it's, hey, we're going to wipe that out. Yeah, I know, that's fine. And in a few minutes, your USB drive will be done. All right, first thing to do is plug your power in. Second thing is take your USB stick with Windows 11 on it, pop it in to the USB port. Then the next thing is to get into the BIOS because we need to change this from its old boot method to a new boot method. And to do that, we need to press the function key to make that light come on, and then press F1 over and over again to get into the BIOS. Power up, press the function key to make sure that light is on, press F1 over and over again. Now just use the arrow keys to move left, right, and up and down. We need to go over to Startup, then down to UEFI Legacy Boot, and we want to change that from both to UEFI only. There we go. And then the right arrow over to Restart. Exit saving changes is what it's on. Press enter, it'll reboot. And now we need to press F12 to get into the one-time boot because we want it to boot off of that little USB stick. There we go. So yes, that took about, a solid minute to start swirling around. Just let it run. Enter for next, enter for US. I want to wipe everything, so I have to agree. Next. Because this had Windows 10 on it, you don't need to have product key. So you click don't have a product key. Now it wants to know, well, what version of Windows 11 do you want to install? Well, it has to be the same version that you had on previously if you don't have a new license. This machine was Windows 11 Pro. If you're not sure, you're at home, probably start with Windows 11 Home and see if it works. If it doesn't, go back and install Windows 11 Pro. You can do this as many times as you want. It won't blow up your license. And we want to wipe this drive out completely. So that's disk 0 we want to toast. Delete partition. Boom. That disk 1 is actually the USB stick. So disk 0 is the only one we care about. You can see this is a 1/4 terabyte. Yep. So Windows 11 has started. Right click on the Start button and select Device Manager. And you can see that there is a bunch of devices that aren't installed yet. So right-click on the Start button, select Settings, force a full Windows update. Now, as soon as it's found anything, scroll down, select Advanced Options, turn on Receive Updates for other products, and most importantly, go to Optional Updates, and you see I have 11. It's activated, so it is Windows 11 Pro. Yay. Let this finish, reboot, make sure that most of the devices, if not all the devices over here, have drivers, and you're done. So hey, if you found the video useful, big thumbs up. It'd be super appreciated. Subscribe's also appreciated. And if you have any questions or concerns, you can always get a hold of us directly at www.urtech, that's www.urtech.ca, or you can leave a question or comment below, and if we don't get back to you, somebody else will, because on YouTube, yeah, everybody's got an opinion. Thanks, and have a great day. Bye-bye.